Hello and welcome to How Mundane, the least interesting place on the internet. Today, finally got some Fabled. So let's rip a box and see what we pull. Of course, the big hit is the Mickey and Minnie pair on the box. But this is the first set entering into Lorcana sets being out of competitive play. You know, kind of like everybody else does, that after a couple of years, now that first year set is out. And so this set brings in some reprints, in essence, of older cards. My understanding is that they are not bringing back any exact copies of Enchanteds, though they may have some cards with similar effects. So the Enchanteds in Fabled are all new. Let's see if we pull any of that cool new stuff out of this box. There's a new couple of Mulans. Actually, I believe no, Injured Soldier is not one of the reprints. Powerline, of course, being one of the new additions. Cursed Merfolk being back. So yeah, what happened with my Lorcana order, for those of you who may be wondering. So I tend to order my Lorcana from the same, here's the silver Powerline, the same shop every time, and was waiting for my pre-order to ship. And at the last minute, I get a note from them saying that they didn't get any of their allocation because there was a change to how Lorcana affiliated shops were determined that was not well communicated. So they, in essence, got nothing, and they've decided they are no longer going to carry any Lorcana product going forward. So, not exactly sure. Oh, there is something good looking back here. Can y'all see that? Not exactly sure what that's going to mean for my Lorcana coverage going forward, but I did oh, I dropped them. But it is the Enchanted featuring Powerline. That hollow pattern is really cool with the hollow smoke effect. So we got at least one good card out of this box. Anyway, not sure what that's going to mean for Lorcana coverage on my end going forward, because it seems like it gets harder with every set to find anywhere to reliably pre-order booster boxes from at not astronomical prices, which is getting kind of irritating. I mean, much like it's becoming ridiculous to try and get a hold of Pokemon product at not... Oh, here we go. This is one of the... is the new hollow golden symbol. Bruno's Return. It makes it tough if you don't have a distribution relationship to get a hold of stuff just to be able to do videos like this. So, in essence, you know, as those... Hey, there we go. There's a reverse hollow Mickey Mouse, the silver card. As a smaller creator, it starts to make it very difficult to compete with the folks who either have direct distribution relationships or are in fact themselves distributors. And I don't really want to be one of those channels who just reacts to other people's videos about stuff. So I don't know what it's going to necessarily mean for our content going forward. I have some ideas for some kind of different content. that I may pursue a little later in the fall and see what people think of that. For those of you wanting a hint, it is Disney Parks related, but it is not me trying to be a Disney Parks influencer or anything, so don't worry about that. So we'll have to see. On a similar note, today, the day that I got all this stuff in, was also the day that pre-orders happened for Phantasmal Flames on the Pokemon Center. And how did that go? About as you'd expect. It was once again the same queuing system, relatively orderly. You may have had to wait for 30, there's the Silver Mickey Mouse non-holo. You may have had to wait for 30 minutes or an hour or longer trying to get that queue to load, but a lot of people were able to get at least the limit of 2 per item that the Pokemon Center was allowing. By the time I got through, I was able to, oh my god. We pulled another enchanted, the Queen. That's 2 enchanteds in 1 box. Do we know if the pull rates are supposed to be dramatically different? For Fabled, because I have never had more than 1 enchanted out of a box in any previous set. Now, I know there are multiple kinds of enchanteds now, and unfortunately, it's been a little bit since I read all those announcements, so I can't remember the exact difference, but you can see these 2 have different symbols. So one is one type, and the other is the other type. And I will put in the comments a link to somewhere that explains what those types are, because I cannot remember off the top of my head, because all this stuff came out like, I don't know, a month and a half ago now, and I read all those articles, and I have slept since then, so that knowledge made its way back out of my brain. And that made me also completely lose my track of thought for whatever it was. Here we go. Here's a scar. Whatever we were talking about before I pulled the second enchanted. So, oh, Phantasmal Flames. I got ETBs and I got booster bundles, but I could not get any booster boxes this time around. So, it is what it is. Jafar. Now, I'll put in one plug, since this is coming out before, as a reminder, and there'll be a link in the comment or the description, NTX Card Show is the weekend after this video drops. It'll be sports and comics on Saturday. It'll be all the trading card games on Sunday. It will be taking place in the new NTX Arena, which is at the old, what used to be Vista Ridge Mall. Now I think it's just called the Vista, and it appears that it is taking down what used to be one of the department stores as a permanent event venue, which is pretty cool, actually. There's a Minnie Mouse. We will be there both days. We will have some awesome new products, including a new mystery slab product that I announced on Instagram, and that we are giving away one of those boxes each day as part of the raffle. And that info, if it hasn't already been posted by NTX, certainly will be before the show. But yes, we are once again donating to the raffle, and this time it is our own exclusive mystery slab boxes. So hopefully we get some people to buy some of these slabs and get lucky, because there are some really good pulls in these sets. And that'll do it. That's a pretty good booster box. So it'll be interesting to see if the pull rates across other people posting videos of Fabled end up being as good as what we got. Thanks for being mundane with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.